I have made a terrible mistake. Well, not really, but still, it's one that I want to remedy. A while ago, I would say the beginning of this month, if not the end of last month, I started work on the video, the last feral video I have up, which is, I think, my first hour in feral. I like that video, and I don't want to take it down, but I honestly do feel like it's not very well done. It's really not my best work, and it's not really what represents the game. So I kind of wanted to really quickly put together a video by the end of this year. I'll probably put it up at New Year's just because, and basically say that this game isn't what I showed in that first video. It's not kind of a baby game in which you do nothing. It's very interesting and it has a bunch of mechanics that you really wouldn't get until you get into it. For some reason, its very simple formula was enough to hook me into it. I managed to spend quite an hour on it, just grinding out and doing stuff and creating my character all over again from scratch, making it look like the character I have on this channel. And then I spent a lot of time gathering resources and money and stuff so I could fix the house that I had, because I got the season pass and I got a bunch of different stuff, including a new looking house, and I decided to try to upgrade it all the way. I think in the footage I have, though, it's not upgraded all the way, but it's good enough. But yeah, I guess I should start talking about what actually makes the game fun. So I guess I'll start small, which is to say that it is excessively simple to get into. It is excessively easy for anyone of any ages to get into. Most of the game is spent going around, gathering resources, playing mini games, trading with people. Most of the game is spent trying to gain cosmetics and other stuff like that, and each item has its own value, which is set by the community and not by the game. Meaning you can trade a lot of stuff that you get in the beginning for possibly more expensive stuff. It all really depends on who wants what at the time. And there's a rarity system. I think it's common, cool, rare, and epic. There is really only one epic item though. I have received it, but I don't have footage of me receiving it because I received it while I wasn't recording, sadly. But it's this weird butterfly thing you get from a quest. And speaking of quests, that's another thing that you do that might catch your attention. The quest is set in the quest log, which is the little tab at the top. And you notice that there's a bunch of blank boxes, and that's because all of the boxes are quests that you haven't unlocked yet, because they're unlocked one by one, which I think is kind of dumb. I feel like they should unlock more quests at a time, but that's just my preference, I guess. But it is very simple to just do one quest at a time, and if you focus on the one on the top, they're usually very simple. Like this one I'm showing on screen is going around collecting bells. I think there's another one in which you go around doing different activities with a hat, and it shows you these little cutscenes, and it's very, very silly. I have another recording of me experiencing that in live. And that was supposed to be the original iteration of this video, but I felt like it was too loose of a format in order for me to actually do it. I explain very little in I think 40 minutes, and so I might as well just talk about it here. Oh yeah, the quest might be my favorite thing, especially since you have so many character dialogues and there's so many interesting events that happen during them. I got confused because there's one about a poachers or something. They're called puffy poachers or something like that, and you get an inspiration from it, but I haven't been able to activate it, and I didn't get it in the quest log. I don't know if it's a bug, because I know the world that quest is in also has another bug in which you stare at this dude. You talk to this dude and it's supposed to give you an inspiration, but instead it just freezes your game. But anyway, actually, now that I'm in the topic, let's talk about the inspirations. The inspirations are these little things you gain at the beginning of the game. and they're hidden throughout every world. They're different items and interesting things. Like, I think one of the first ones that is supposed to teach you about the inspirations is a broom. It's a broom on a weapon rack, and the NPC that explains it to you is like, you just gotta find things that seem out of place, which is surprising because some of them don't seem out of place at all. They seem kind of, they seem kind of camouflaged, but that's me. Maybe that's just me, but anyway, you use these inspirations in your sketchbook to combine them and get enigmas, which I am now I'm planning on releasing another highlight video of me playing this game with my friends, and in it I confuse enigmas for eurekas, and I will probably spell it out that I'm not talking about enigmas, I'm talking about eurekas. I thought they were the same thing back then because I hadn't played the game as much as I have now. But there's a difference between an enigma and a eureka. You get the eurekas the way that I explained it in that video, which I will release soon, and I'll probably explain it again here. But you get the enigmas by combining different inspirations. Now, I have no idea how you're supposed to combine them in-game. I tried looking for like NPCs that would give you recipes or something, or I thought they were connected to quests, but they weren't, and I was very confused, so I ended up just looking them up and getting all of them. Well, like all of the ones that were released so far, except for the ones that are with glitched inspirations, or one that I missed in a previous quest because I didn't realize that it was in a quest. I thought it was just there, but when you completed the quest, but no, it was during the quest, and I wasn't able to get it. Anyway, the eurekas are different things, which is basically whenever you go to a shop, you technically craft the item, you don't buy it, and you have a certain chance. I don't know what the chance is, but it's a certain chance of getting a eureka, which is basically just a better version of that item, and they're almost always rated as rare, so they're very expensive items. I have a few of those. I think they're the Space Voyager set, and I have a few furniture items from that. I think it's the throne in the kitchen that I have, the dining room. But anyway, speaking of the shops, it's kind of weird that they're all spread out. Like, if you want to get furniture and stuff, it's in Shattered Bay, the Twigless shop. If you want to get raw materials and or destroy items, I think that's in Sunken Thicket, which with Latchkey and the Outpost. I don't remember who owned the Outpost at the moment, but. And then if you want to get clothing items, there's Reputable Goods, which is in Shattered Bay again. Apparently they're supposed to be illegal. Like, I think the joke is that they're illegal items or something. And then there's the fer.al shop, which is in City Fer.al, and that's also where you get dyes. So that's where you get most of the cosmetics for your character. It is kind of weird that they're all spread out like that, but I guess they did need specific worlds to have specific themes, I suppose, which would make sense. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just kind of a chore to go from world to world and not have an easy menu to navigate. I think the only one that does have an easy menu is the clothing. The clothes shop, you can access it via your menu. I'm not sure if that's up for the other items, but they probably are, and I haven't checked. I'm not sure. I have to look into it. But anyway, I don't know. I guess just the game is very interesting so far, and it's very it's one of those games in which you can kind of just go into it and then turn off your brain, if that makes sense. Like, it's very relaxing, especially if you're just listening to the music, going around collecting items, and just focusing on customizing the stuff that you want, making it look nice. It's a very Animal Crossing type game in which it's kind of like going around doing chores and getting money so you can better your house, except that it's multiplayer. And the great thing about it being multiplayer is you can play with your friends, like with the highlight video that I'm going to release way later because it's like 4 hours of footage I have to go through. You can play it with your friends and you'll almost 100% have a great time, because you'll just be reacting to each other's reactions to stuff. Like, you'll just find something new every time, and even if you've experienced every ounce of the game, it's still really fun to get in it with your game, going around collecting items and trading stuff that you need so that you can get specific cosmetics, or even for the ranks, like for the season pass, you can, they're called tiers, I just call them ranks because I don't like the word tiers. Anyway, you can trade each other items you need for the ranks, so that you can get the currency you need to get the season pass items. It's pretty neato, especially like when you talk to strangers. Like, one of the funnest parts about Feral is probably just popping into City Farah and killing an hour by just talking to people using the public chat and making new friends and seeing cool people. Sometimes you can even go into like the worlds and then see either experienced people or people who don't know what they're doing, just running around and talking to each other, and it's very fun. I've met a lot of people that way. I haven't really met anyone that I've had a problem with, because it's supposed to be for a more mature audience. Like, if you're watching this video and you're under the age of 13, you shouldn't even be on YouTube. Technically, legally, you shouldn't be on YouTube. And it's the same thing with Feral. If you're under the age of 13, you're not supposed to sign up to Feral, because they make this especially clear in their terms of service, which you should read. Probably put a link in the description or something. You have to be over the age of 13 because of the children's online protection thing, whatever. It's called COPPA. But anyway, yeah, I guess one of the best parts about Feral is just the community, the community around the game. It's very interesting to work around. I met a few people, we made a server, and one of them even made art for me. I'll ask for their permission to put this in the video, but I'll put it. I'll most likely be able to do it, and I really love it. It's very well made. I don't know why they did it. Like, they said that they were gonna do one of our in-game characters so that we could put it as the picture for the server, but instead they ended up doing my character. It's so nice. So nice, the people in the community, they are. There's also a Discord server, but I probably won't show footage of it because it's always talking about like different stuff. I really don't understand that part of the community. But my favorite part is just going into City Fair and doing the global chats. Usually there's people doing stuff or some weird gimmick. Like, I remember once I popped in and everyone was in a singularity. They were in like a single spot. I don't think I captured footage of that because I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I was just playing the game with my friends in a call. But we ended up doing another one on top of an NPC called Brody, and I did record that one. It was very silly. But anyway, yeah, the community is one of my favorite parts, especially since there's a lot of good art and there's a lot of different things that people have made in the game. Like, I'll probably put some of the art stuffs and try to link it that I find on the Discord server, because most of it is very well done. Like, I'm scrolling through it right now, which is probably why you can hear like the clicks. There's also some like meme stuff in there, which is funny. It's really funny. But anyway, yeah, it's very nice to finally get a game in which you can kind of feel like you belong, even if you don't really know the people that well. Like, you can just hop into Feral and then have a good time, as long as you're polite and not annoying, which is very easy to be if you decided to advertise your stuff without anyone asking. Like, seriously, that's one of the most annoying things when I'm talking to people and then people are just like, hey, I have stuff to trade. It's like, cool, if people want to trade with you, they'll look at your trade list. You don't need to talk about it in chat. Like, public chat, I understand that public chat is public chat, but keep it clean. Anyway, so that's enough of my little Feral rant, I guess. let's just talk really quick since I'm probably gonna post this on New Year's. I just want to say that I want to make it a New Year's revolution to make at least one video every month, which is very hard for me because I'm always busy doing different things, and I'm always doing different things that, and I have motivation issues. I'm not going to lie, but I started getting traction on YouTube, like more traction than I thought I would. Like I think my last video, the first day, I got like 50 views, and I was expecting it to get like 10, which just would be 3 of them for me because I like reviewing them, and then the rest from my friends. But it got 50, and that was before I even advertised it anywhere. Like I think I just showed it to the group of people that I was talking about earlier. But then I realized that it wasn't even them. They were just different people that were popping in from the feed. And it was very nice to see that, even though I don't like that video very much. Like it's fine as a haha funny, but it's not the way that I want this channel to be represented. I really do want this channel to be more of a high quality type thing, and not I would say haha funny Alpha Red, I guess. I love Alpha Red, I love his stuff, but I'd rather go more in I guess just a more wholesome part, a more wholesome Alpha Red, I guess, let's say. Like one that doesn't spawn like some weird meme that it's kind of like, haha, okay then. Like I want people to genuinely care about each other, and I want to spread goodwill and just happiness, and I want people to be okay with each other no matter their orientation or what they believe in or anything like that. So I really hope that I can post 1 video a month, and if I skip 1 month, I'll probably try to do 2 the next month, because I'm gonna try to be working on 1 every month, even if I don't upload it before the end of the month. So let's see how that works. I wonder what I'm gonna make them on, because these past 2 have been on Feral, which is fun, but I don't want my channel to just be Feral. I'll probably do a Feral video if they update the game next year, which they probably will. They'll do another season pass thing, and they said they were adding multiplayer mini games, which sounds exciting. But anyway, I don't know. I guess I'll see what I make it on, and it's probably gonna be. I guess it's just exciting because I really like next year. I really do want to work on making my channel something I'm proud of, and not something that is something I have to do, I guess. Like I don't want it to feel like work. I want it to feel like something I want to do. And I can only really do that if I work on it, if I work on my attitude about the channel. Because like the first video I've ever uploaded, which is Luigi's Mansion, that's the quality that I want, but I also want it to feel more personal. So I guess kind of like this style of video in which I'm just talking. And maybe just me reacting to games like Feral. Like I was thinking of doing when I finally get a VR headset, first hour in VR chat, because I think that'd be fun. Of course, with less obscenities and less me being dumb. I was in a bad mood when I recorded that video. So anyway, this has been going on for 20 minutes. I'm probably gonna cut it down to like 19, but I don't know. I guess I just want to finish this video off by saying I wish you all well wishes. I wish that you all have a great year next year. I really want you guys to, whoever's listening, whether it's 2 people, 50, or 100 million, it doesn't matter. Whoever watches this video, wherever you are, whatever you believe in, I don't really care. I hope you have a great year next year. I hope you can find where you want to be. I hope you can figure out who you are and where you want to be. And I really hope that next year is a very boring year, because this year has been exciting in not a good way, in a very bad way. But there are some good things to every year, and there are always some bad things to every year. So a few years from now, I'm pretty sure we'll look back at 2020 and think about all the good things and forget about the whole situation right now. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you have a fantastic day, fantastic week, a fantastic month, and a fantastic year. I'll see you in January. As always, I'm Liz Raymond, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao.